There have been so many interesting cards revealed recently, and I'm excited to talk about them. Hey, Nick from 9cardTCG, and today we are doing a webcam battle with JustInBasil. We're going to be playing some new, brand new, we're playing some newly revealed cards, Ting Lu and Chien Pao. For some reason, throughout the entire video, I've been saying those wrong constantly. I don't know why. But before we get into the video, if you haven't already, do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, all kind of stuff. Tells YouTube this is a good channel. Other people should watch it. Please go check out JustInBasil.com and JustInBasil's YouTube. Super close to 1,000 subscribers, by the way. So go help him hit that 1,000 subscriber milestone. It would mean a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to him. So thank you in advance for that. All the links in the video description. There have been some really cool cards revealed in Clayburst and Snow Hazard. Those are the sets that these cards come from. Now, we've only seen a portion of it, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it with JustInBasil, so I don't want to give away too much, but this was honestly a kind of a fun match, and I did kind of like the way the deck functioned, so I'm looking forward to seeing it evolve and grow. Remember, these are super rough draft lists, and with all that said, why don't we go and check in with JustInBasil. JustInBasil, welcome. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, I do want to mention very quickly before we get started that you just were telling me that you are nearing 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so which is a fantastic milestone to hit. And if you haven't already, please, I know I said it 30 seconds ago, but I'm going to say it again. Go check out and subscribe to JustInBasil's YouTube channel. You will not be disappointed. If you like these kind of playtest matches, I mean, you find a lot of it over on JustInBasil's YouTube. So go and subscribe today. Now, we got a lot of really interesting stuff, even things that were revealed this morning, the day we're recording this. So we got some stuff to talk about. Triple Beat, nothing particularly exciting. We talked about that briefly last time. You got the Paldean starter evolutions. Meowscarada EX is probably the only thing that's seeing success in Japan at the moment, at least based on what I've seen recently. Anything you want to add to Triple Beat before we just kind of leave it in the dust and move on to a much more exciting set?
So I just like to point out, and you pointed this out in one of your comments on the video, but yeah, I called Triple Beat being all bulk after what we'd already seen. Yep. And yeah, well, that's what it is. As far as impactful stuff, I actually don't expect to see very much more. I think we've seen the bulk of the impactful stuff in this set already.
Yeah, no, you were super right about that. So that's fun. You and I mean, if you clicked on the video, you saw it in the thumbnail. We're gonna do a match of Ting Lu versus Chien Pao, and that's gonna be terrible on both ends, but
yeah, we have some very rough lists. And we're probably not even including all the cards that are actually going to be in this set. Keep in mind, we're doing this before we've seen even half of these sets. So
yes,
these are early videos.
So there could be some crazy good support for Ting Lu that we're missing just because it's not revealed yet. Of the cards that were revealed for Clayburst and Snow Hazard, which ones do you think have the most potential?
So there's one card that, without exception, stands above every single other card in all of the sets in like the last 7-8 years, and that's Iono.
Okay. For a second, I thought it was going to be like a Pokemon. I was like, I don't think anything's better than like Archeops.
So Iono is the child of In and Marnie, to put it kindly. So both players shuffle their hands, put them on the bottom of their decks, and then draw a number of cards equal to the number of prize cards they have remaining.
Right.
That effect is so strong. Players who have never played with In or at Rocket's admin before really cannot fathom just how much that's going to change how games are played.
Yeah, I haven't either. So I've never played with N. I've never played with Rocket's admin or anything, in that vein. The closest I've had is Judge and Marnie. So we'll have to see. I'm pretty excited. The day it was shown, everybody, it seemed, on the internet was elated everybody was just super happy to see this this card be revealed. And I know you were someone
Yeah,
who really, really wanted to see N back.
I
Is
did.
Iono a good enough N to satisfy you?
Okay, so this is a two-edged sword. In terms of strength of the card, she is a better in,
Okay.
which is a bit scary. Um, she is stronger than in. I would prefer the effect of in Rocket's Admin where it does shuffle. I feel like it's a little less toxic than pushing everything to the bottom of the deck. But because it is pushing stuff to the bottom of the deck, it is a significantly stronger effect.
Some of the other cards that were revealed. Let's Iono, big one. A lot of thoughts on Iono. Moving
Yeah.
on to some of the Pokemon. There's obviously some compatibility between Baxcalibur and Chien Pao. Baxcalibur is basically what is it like? It's like Rain Dance almost. You just get to punch.
Deluge. It's
Deluge.
Deluge Blastoise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which the ability does what? Because I don't know that. I don't know that specific Blastoise.
So Deluge just says throw the water energy in your hand wherever the heck you want it on your board.
Oh. Okay. So you just.
Yep.
And that's the better. That's like the power of it being a stage 2 as opposed to something like Frostmoth, which is the stage 1, and you're relegated to putting it on the bench. So harder to set up, but bigger payoff. The other big one we saw was Ting Lu, and we'll talk about Ting Lu. We didn't talk specifically about Chien Pao, so briefly on it. Let's just instead of talking about what the cards do because we'll see them in the video, give me like a real quick power rating, like on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being garbage, bulk, 5 being it's the next Lugia or Archeops.
Ting Lu is like a 2.5.
I think 2.5
At
is
least
generous.
I think that's where it stands. Chien Pao is probably like a 3.5 or 4.
Okay.
It's very strong and it's gonna be meta dependent on how strong it is. But I do think it's quite powerful, especially with Baxcalibur.
Cool. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Listen. I'm always a fan of having a fairly diverse meta. You don't like it too wide where it's impossible to meta game, but you do kind of. I do kind of like a meta that has like 10 to 12 strong decks in there. You could take any one of those to an event and like do reasonably well. That's kind of like
Yeah.
how it makes me happy to know that we're gonna get at least some new archetypes in the future. So the two big cards we wanted to talk about, Ting Lu, roughly I give it about a 2. Chien Pao.
Chien Pao. Yeah.
Chien Pao.
Chien Pao.
The snow leopard.
Yes.
That's about it. Yeah, I think 3.5 to start is probably pretty reasonable. I think the last question I want to ask you is, now that we've seen N and we're starting to see some stronger cards come from these later sets, is there something in particular you would really like to see? What's the next thing that Pokemon needs to give us to make this like, yes, this is going to be a good set or a good format or a good, era block of cards, whatever you want to call it. What's missing?
Do I want to watch the world burn?
I don't know, man. That's on you.
So I already mentioned Versus Seeker. I know that's a very controversial pick.
What is Versus?
But if I could,
what does that do?
So Versus Seeker is an item card that says you can pull a supporter card from your discard pile and put it into your hand.
Oh, good God.
Yes. So it makes supporter lineups very different because now suddenly you can be a lot more flexible with which supporters you pick.
Right.
So you're not going to be suddenly limited to 4 of this, 4 of that. Now it's going to be 1 of this, 2 of this, 1 of that, 1 of that, 1 of that, and 1 of that because you have access to those supporters through a good chunk of the game now. Now, Versus Seeker's been in formats where it didn't see very much play, but for the most part, especially in more recent formats where it's been in existence, it sees constant play because of how flexible it allows deck building to be. The flip side of that, though, is, of course, you need to have good item lock. Is Bennett X good enough item lock for that? Probably not, but maybe.
You got any last things you want to mention? Anything that regarding Clayburst or Snow Hazard that you want to mention before we get into this battle and see who has just the worst deck?
I mean, it could be done with a coin flip too. We'll see. Okay. So we did the question. The question was Clayburst and Snow Hazard. I just hope they continue to show interesting cards. Right? They've done a very good job so far with the cards they've revealed in these two sets. I think the reason we haven't seen Wo Cheng yet is simply that it is a more interesting card, and they want to kind of stagger the interesting cards. But at the same time, if there's that many more interesting cards to show, I'm very interested to see what they do with trainers. Are we going to see something crazy like a Versus Seeker reprint? Probably not, but we could. I mean, everybody swore up and down that we'd never see a reprint or anything like N, and here we are. You know, everybody's like, oh, but Roxanne's in the format. We're not going to see anything like it. Well, here we are. We have it.
Let's go ahead, do this battle before you lose all your subscribers, before you get to that 1,000 mark.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's do that.
I'm still not terribly upset with this hand.
I wish you would be.
It's not great, but I'm not super, super upset by it. All right. Good luck.
Good luck. Turn. I
don't say
am
pass.
Going to trembling. No, I'm not quite that bad. Trembling Frost. I just need to do the right order of operations here.
If you, I would have ended this video right this second if you're like, and pass.
No, it's not that bad. I swear.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think I can attack, but because I need
mean, it's not that great either, but it's still not that bad. Okay. Ultra Ball?
Yep. Okay. Gotta get that Frigibacks going as soon as possible.
Yeah, ideally get 2 out. And I'm running 3 right now. My first version of this list had 4. Kind of think I need to go back to 4.
Are you running a 60 or 70 HP one?
I'm running a 60 because of its retreat costs. Because if I'm forced to start it, I can retreat it easier. But
do you think the 70 HP might be beneficial against things like Sableye? Or are you hoping
sure.
by the time that happens, there won't be a Frigibacks in play?
The hope is that they're not going to be a Frigibacks, but obviously that could go either way. Touch. And pass.
Okay. We'll draw. I'm going to first Heavy Ball. Well, the only Pokemon in there is a Ting Lu, so we might as well get it. Nothing crazy in my prizes, but still don't love them. We will drop the Bog and Nest Ball because, like you said, I don't take the damage.
This is true.
Here's the real question. Because I don't have to use it from my hand. Like, I don't have to play it from my hand to the bench.
Yeah, it's true. Squawkabilly is an advantage over Dedenne for that very reason.
But I do have to use it this turn.
If you're going to use it, yes, you need to use it this turn.
So it's like,
you don't have access to it at all.
Might as well make use of it, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to concealed cards.
Must be nice.
It was actually pretty nice. Let a judge.
Yeah.
And then I still have the Squawkabilly, which is pretty sweet. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe this is exact. Maybe I could go back to like a more aggressive Koraidon deck now with the Squawkabilly and not use the Ting Lu. That could be what this deck was missing.
I mean, to be fair, Ting Lu obviously put in work last game, so.
It didn't really. It just put pressure, right? It made things difficult. I didn't actually use it.
Right, but you didn't really need to. That's the thing. Like, the ability was enough.
So now Ultra Ball, get rid of that fighting energy. We'll get a Koraidon. That's a Bidoof. That's not what I want. And now I got 2 fighting energies in the discard, so it's like sweet. Because you have a lot of Iridas and that basket, makes it a little harder to utilize Ting Lu against you, but you can only do it once. And it's half of your Irida, so like, not really a terrible thing. We're going to put these fighting energies to the top. I will Squawkabilly this Bibro and draw 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'll attach the Ting Lu. We'll Gutsy Pickaxe. It's an Iono, so it goes into the hand. And then I will Dino Cry to end my turn. And get 1 on the Ting Lu and 1 onto the Koraidon.
Nest Ball?
I felt like Cave Bog was like such a good inclusion for this deck, and then to learn that Nest Ball kind of circumvents it is like, wow.
Yeah, it's actually part of the reason that the Charger Bug's been a suggestion for Zoroark builds.
Oh, man. So you get a Greninja. Hopefully
Greninja and Prey.
Yeah, hopefully I put you into a pretty bad hand with that with the judge. Okay. Now you attached him hand for the turn, so that's good.
I have attached. I have not yet put a supporter card there.
Right. And the way you worded that made it sound like you pulled one off the Greninja.
No, I actually had one already. I was hoping to pull one off Greninja, but or at least a gear, but we will do what must be done.
Okay.
Or in other words, I don't know what's going on here, but I know it's going to be played.
Did you make a pun?
You bet I did.
And we both draw 6 since we both still have 6 prizes.
To be fair, that is actually that is what her name is. That's the plan.
Wow. Wow. Stop playing Nest Ball. Well, that was an Ultra Ball, right?
That was an Ultra.
Okay. I swear to God, if you have a rare candy in your hand. I can't believe this.
Trembling Frost. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be doing a ton of damage to you, right?
How much? I don't even know what this attack does.
So, I mean, Hailblade, it'll knock your Greninja out, but it feels terrible.
So what does the attack do?
So I can discard any number of water energy from my Pokemon in play, and it does 60 damage for each card I discard.
Oh, so you got to discard 3 water energies.
To take out a silly Greninja, yes, that is unfortunately the case.
Wow.
Absolute zero.
And that's Baxcalibur's ability.
Yes, that is Excalibur's ability. Let's take the knockout.
Okay. And you get a prize.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think I have a way to do this. So I'm going to send up the Squawkabilly. And I'm going to draw. I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but whatever. I'm going to attach Retreat. This way I can Raihan this energy onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives me an option to search for anything. And that Xiao Pen is getting KO'd.
You're doing 150, right?
No, actually it doesn't get KO'd, so that's kind of annoying. So, what I'll get is... I don't need to tell you, but it's going to get attached. And that's a rock chest plate. So now you got to do 270.
An extra HP, huh?
I take 30 less. This should have been a Charm of Courage to give me to put me to 290. The reason I didn't put it Charm of Courage is because I already had the rock chest plate printed. And I said, we're gonna keep it, I guess. Even though, ideally, this would be Charm of Courage. So, that's fun. And we are just going to... I probably shouldn't have done that, actually. I think I didn't think enough ahead. But we're just going to hit Land Scoop for 150. And from there, I will put 1 damage counter on your Baxcalibur and your Frigibax. Actually, how many cards you got in hand?
I have 3.
I'll put it on the Greninja. What are the odds you have? I guess you could. I own like Irida, Rare Candy, and a Baxcalibur. So I'm gonna go the other Frigibax. Yeah.
Off return.
I mean, you can Irida for the basket anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know if you'll be able to knock out this Ting Lu this turn.
I'm not thinking I will, to be honest. Here
comes the basket, assuming it's not prized. How lucky would I be if it was?
I mean, that would be right up my alley. So.
And it is heal 30 from everything.
Yeah, it is.
Not just your Pokemon. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna put this to the hand and play down Senor Chien Pao.
Now that does actually take 2 damage because of the Gape Jaw.
Yeah, it does.
All right, look at that. Gape Jaw doing a thing.
Doing a thing. Trembling Frost. 1, 2. Could you read Ting Lu's ability out just in case?
Yes, I can. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's Pokemon that have any damage counters on them have no abilities except for Pokemon EX. So that escape rope will allow you to use your abilities.
For the record, the basket is prized.
Well, you have the rope, so that's all you need to get this thing out of the active.
Not at all surprising. Yeah. Yeah, and you're gone. And then we are going to Trembling Frost again with this one. It's grief.
I'd imagine you have to be starting to run a little low on Porter energies. Can you pull your active down a little bit?
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I have to do 270 to you, correct?
To the Ting Lu, yes.
And okay, what do you have active? Sorry, I've been not paying attention to your Twitch. You have the Squawkabilly. How much does the Squawkabilly have?
160. Much
That's
easier to
much squishier. All right, so we're going to absolute zero, absolute zero. It still is 3 for that guy.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate. But we're going to do that.
Okay. And you'll take 2 more prizes. And I will send up this Ting Lu. And I'll draw for turn. We'll attach to the Koraidon. And I'm going to Iono you down to 3 for you. Getting some use out of Iono. And I still draw 6. I have not taken any prizes yet.
That's correct.
Okay, you don't have to like rub it in my face. I know I haven't taken any prizes yet.
I mean, to be fair, that was a very effective Iono.
We'll play the Bidoof, and I'm going to play the Arcanine. And I'm going to hit with Land Scoop.
Alrighty, 150. Here are you. There you are. Trying to find my 150 and it's out. There we go.
And I'm going to put damage counters on stuff.
Now, where are we putting those damage counters?
On the Greninja and the Baxcalibur. Though there is a 50% chance by now you got that basket out of the prizes. So
On this Baxcalibur, I'm assuming, because that's the only one in play.
yeah.
All right. We're gonna bump your stadium.
I can't see what it is. It's too high up.
It is Skaters Park.
What's that do?
Whenever either player's active Pokemon retreats, put any basic energy that would be discarded into their hand instead of the discard pile.
Oh, interesting.
Just gonna go in with Irida.
Sure. I swear to God, if you get another rope. I was considering getting another Ting Lu so you wouldn't be able to use the abilities, but then I was like, then that one's just stuck in the active.
I have a good pick here.
So curious to know what you're going to get.
I actually don't have a good pick for either Pokemon or for item. Because even if I get the picnic basket, I don't have to be able to make use of it.
Right, and it would only be this one turn, and I don't know that you'd be able to KO this Ting Lu. So then next turn you go back to not having abilities. So those are the two cards you're discarding to get some water energies.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an Iono and another... Two
I don't know.
Ionos. Whoa, okay.
Yeah. Going to attach for turn and pass.
All right. I will draw. I'm going to Nest Ball. Let's see. There's really nothing that I want to get off the Nest Ball, so it's going to fail. But I'm going to go back in just a second. I'm going to attach a fighting energy to this Ting Lu. And then I'm going to play Lumineon. And I'm going to get an Iono.
At this point, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do here.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And yes, that was also a pun.
God. Oh my god, yeah, because I really want to get those water energies you just got into your hand back into your deck.
I mean, I put them in my hand for a reason.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I bet.
I mean, I can get them right back out with Trembling Frost.
You can, that's true, that's true. But we're going to go ahead and play the Iono, and these are just two fighting energies that are going to go straight to the bottom. And I still have 6 prizes, which is remarkable.
I mean, you're about to not have 6 prizes, so there's that.
That is true. We'll evolve. Rock chest plate. And I guess we will just take our first 2 prizes. And I will continue to put damage onto your Frigibax and Baxcalibur. Oh, another one. What is that? You discarded a metal energy?
Mm-hmm.
And what? And Napoleon. What on earth do you? Oh, for the Curum. You run a basic
Mm-hmm.
Curum. Fun. Stop having Irida.
I like Irida.
Damn it. How many? Capacious Bucket, the Chiao Pen ability. You get 2 water energies.
Two. Yeah, it's two. Chien Pao.
Chien Pao. Why do I keep saying it wrong?
I have no idea, but it is Chien Pao.
We've been saying it for so long. Why can't I get it?
Uh,
Chien Pao. I said that one with conviction, and I'm really hoping it wasn't wrong.
picnic basket.
Yeah. Enjoy this turn, because it's the last one you're getting.
Yeah, I feel that.
So you'll be able to put energies. You need 5 energies in order to KO this Ting Lu.
Absolute zero.
Okay, well that's enough.
Trembling frosts.
Well, that's a little bit more than I was hoping you'd have.
Quite the setup I was hoping for, to be honest. Missing a card.
I mean, you got enough energies.
Absolute zero.
You got plenty of energies. You can stop at any point.
Okay. We shall do. Said 5, correct?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's a hefty KO. We'll send up the Koraidon. And now I will draw. We'll start with the Gutsy Pickaxe. Well, it's a boss. I'm going to Ultra Ball. Those 2. We'll get the Holucha and we'll put it down. And I will put them, the 2 damage counters, onto your 2, your Frigibax and Baxcalibur. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point, because I don't have a Ting Lu to keep you from using your abilities. We'll probably play Bog. So it gets rid of your stadium. What is Baxcalibur's attack? Just so I know.
But Buster Tail, it does 130 damage.
Okay. Then I'm gonna Beaverell for 2. So that's used. I will attach for turn. And I'm just gonna take a KO.
Okay. Turn. Energy search.
Oh, you only have the 1 prize. Damn it. So you just knock out that Holucha.
Yeah, game.
Yeah, okay. So I shouldn't have put that down because I forgot about the.
No, when you benched that, I was like, oh, I have an out.
Yeah, I didn't even
because
think
this little guy was prized. I was like, I would have really liked what I wanted to do that turn that I missed it was to switch out of the damaged Chien Pao, put the energy back in.
I think that's enough for this video. We've been going for quite some time. So, JustInBasil, thanks so much for joining, playing some games. I really appreciate it. Please, JustInBasil.com, JustInBasil YouTube and Twitter, all the links in the video description. So, go check them out. Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out and playing and showing me how annoying Picnic Basket can be.
Thank you for dealing with my shakily rough draft deck.
Oh my god! I can't believe I threw that game. What is? I didn't think about the Radiant Greninja being able to hit the bench, and I don't have a mana for you to deal with it. So putting down that Holucha, in my head, I'm like, damage counters, damage counters, damage counters. You gotta get a little tunnel vision on making sure all your opponent's Pokemon have damage counters on them. So what I should have done was get the Holucha much earlier, so that they have 40 damage counters on them, and then the basket doesn't heal all of it. That's what I should have done, but I didn't because I'm a dumb little boy. I'm the dumbest boy in school. Anyway, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed and found it informative. Again, huge thank you to JustInBasil for taking the time, playing these games and hanging out. It means a lot to me. Go JustInBasil.com. Twitter, YouTube, links in the video description. Let me know what you want to see and your thoughts on the video in the comments below. And that's going to do it for us today. I'll see you next time.